Welcome back on the program is still Good Morning Abuja, coming to you from the Unity Station NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Now we have our very first guest with us to talk to us on a very important issue that concerns all of us. This morning we want to look at the role information dissemination plays and capacity building, especially in business. And we have our own resource person, our own in-house person, the friend of the house, Engineer Abayomi Onosoya, who is the Global Director, Africa House. Engineer, you're welcome to the
Good
program.
morning. Thank you for having me as always. Thank you.
Yes. It is often said that information is key, is light. It's everything. Because if you don't have information to anything you're doing at all, there is no way you can make a successful headway. Now we are looking at the role of information dissemination, talking about business this morning. Let's start from there. What is it all about?
Well, good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Abuja. Thank you for having me. Information, like you said, is life. I like to put it information as life. And what you don't know, you won't benefit from what you don't know.
That's all.
And as a business person, information gives you that leverage over your competition and also gives you direction to what you're supposed to do as a business person. And even outside the business fair, as Africans, you hear people will tell you that Nigeria, oh, we're highly educated, we have 90% and whatnot are educated. But I beg to differ.
Okay.
We're not educated.
Wow.
Exactly. I know
Wow.
I'm creating controversy
All
here.
right.
We're not educated, see, because the truth is, real education basically means applying what you have learned or applying information to better your life. That's the
Okay.
meaning of information, education rather. But if you look at the Nigeria of today, a lot of people have certificates from different universities, college of education, polytechnics, and whatnot. But then you discover that as a nation and as a people, we're not progressing as fast as we're supposed to. So then we begin to ask ourselves, are we really educated? And the truth is, someone who has a degree, let's say in media, in mass communication, a bachelor's degree in mass communications, okay, is that person really able to communicate? If you take a survey of graduates in Nigeria to say, okay, you have a bachelor's in mass communication, and you listen to them, I mean, again, I'm not trying to castigate people
You
here.
will
I'm
be
just using
surprised that.
communication now.
Are you
I
sure?
will even use engineering too, so that I'm
Okay.
not biased.
All right.
Let the guy speak. Give him 10 sentences. The grammatical errors you hear, you're like, how about, did this guy even go to school? And let's move to engineering too. As an engineer myself, someone will say, "Oh yes, I have a degree in engineering from University of Jeba and whatnot." And then, does this guy understand what engineering is? I'm talking in Nigerian perspective now. You discover that you begin to wonder, did this guy even go to school? Even there was this controversial video we saw online of somebody who allegedly studied law, and then the guy was, I don't want to mention what, I'm sure Nigerians know what I'm saying. So this is the reality of the Nigeria of today. And the same thing applies to business.
Business.
People have degrees in business administration and they can't even administer a business.
It ends there on the
Exactly.
paper.
So my question is, we need to be honest with ourselves in Nigeria and Africa. We are not educated. We are not. Yes, we've been through school, but we are not educated because that information we've been taught is not being applied to our daily lives in order to better our lives. Unlike other parts of the world, you see somebody who studies XYZ and the person is actually applying that, and then the country is moving forward. So what's my question? What is the solution here? The thing now is that we need to start asking ourselves, what type of information or education are we supposed to get in order to be where we're supposed to be as a nation? In the world of business, you see, a lot of things, information are around us. Thank God for the internet. But for some reason, people are still ignorant, you know. And I would like to use what the event happened yesterday with your permission. There was a national MSME awards that happened
Yeah,
yesterday.
because
And
International Day of
thank
SMA was
you.
celebrated actually,
Exactly.
yes.
And I was privileged to attend
Okay.
this event. And then, they listed the names of nominees and what they were doing. And then while the table that I was sitting, I was chatting with some gentlemen. Hey, I know products that can do better than this. But the problem is those people don't know this award even exists. They don't even know that there's an application process they have to go through. And people are like, my problem is better than this. Now come to this is the person winning 2 million. I'm not the one winning 2 million. Even someone was even saying yesterday,
And you feel you can even do better.
exactly.
All right.
So there's a huge information gap in Nigeria, especially in the business world. Businessmen don't know what they're supposed to do, what they're not supposed to do. Let's even come down to the simple level here. Let's go to the level of market women in Kuba, in Maitam, and other places, right? These people are being harassed every day by council or by whatever agencies, and they'll tell them today you have to pay 100 naira, tomorrow is 5,000. You have to pay business permit, this. But the problem is, these people are being, I don't want to use the word extortion now, they're being extorted because they do not know what they're supposed to know. If you want to do business, you should first sit down and ask yourself, what are the requirements for me to open this shop in Kubo on the road or in Maitama? You need to know that there are laws that govern the activity you are doing, which basically means, and by the way, all these things that we think is complex, it's not as complex as it is. There are statutory regulations when it comes to trading. There's something called business permit. There's a signage permit that you have to get, and several things. So you need to know. So the market women don't even know those things exist and the amount, the rate at which they're supposed to be paying. So because they don't know, all these criminal elements leverage on our ignorance to start robbing people of their income, and then they'll come today, we're from this agency, they wear blue uniform, purple uniform, you don't even know who's from government, who are the Agberos, you don't know. So the woman is scared. So the first, the moment they threaten her, she just want to just leave me alone, I beg. But if she knew her rights, if she knew, she had the information from the beginning, you say, "Oga, where are you from? Show me your ID card."
So I know what you're trying to say is like information makes you know your right
Exactly.
to everything you want to do. Now, this morning we're bringing down to business,
Yes.
because I know everybody wants to go into business now.
True.
And on this platform, we've been talking about when you want to start business, it starts from the mind.
True.
Then you research,
Exactly.
you talk, you ask questions.
Yes.
Now I'm coming to the issue of asking of questions. Some persons don't even know the question to ask and who to talk to when it comes to business idea they are trying to have. So now that we are in this class, educate us more.
Well, I mean, again, it still boils down to that person. If I want to open a kuli shop on the road, it is my job. I don't just go to market and buy the kuli and start frying and say I want to stay, and then I discover it along the way. This is what we call the fire brigade approach in Africa.
Yes.
I will find out, don't disturb me. Let me, no. The woman, that market woman needs to say, okay, fine. Go to the local council, go to Ahmad, go to Buhari. Okay, I want to open this Guguru shop. What do I need to do? They'll say, madam, this. And if you don't know, ask people around you. Ask educated people around you. And thank God for the internet. You can literally Google all these things and the information will come out. So you know what you should expect. Because I was doing photocopy in Kubwa recently, and the lady was saying, oh, they are disturbing us. So I said, madam, you have a computer. Check it out. The rate for that you're supposed to pay is called business permit for small businesses. I think it's 10,000 naira per year or something. You know, anybody that asks you beyond 10,000 is a criminal. You will know that, and you're supposed to pay to so and so and so and so account. And so all those things. So basically, the onus is on that person. Yes. To do the research and to know that yes, so if I'm doing this, these are the type of information I need to have. And armed with that information, you'll be able to even do better. And most people don't even know that most of these council taxes are supposed to be paid to FIRS, FCTIRS actually, because there was a time that the FCTIRS partnered with the local councils to allow them to be collecting revenue for them. So anybody comes to you and says, "Come and pay me 1,000,"
you stand on your right.
You say no, and you show them your official receipt. So we need to know this. And another angle I want to look at this is that there are so many programs the government is doing. Yes. That is supposed to help us.
I was going to ask that question. Thank God we're talking about information this morning. Yes. The programs that government have put on ground for the small scale businesses.
That's right.
How do they have pre-information to know?
This is where I fault the government and the people in charge of the information dissemination. Okay. You won't believe it that the government is actually trying. Yes. If you're not close to the government, you won't know this. You say, government, they're not doing anything for us. No, they are. If you know how many meetings these people do every day just to help the common man. But the problem is there's a huge gap between the efforts of the government and the people. And that vacuum creates room for anger, bitterness and people saying government is not
Okay,
working.
now how can that gap be filled?
All right. Before I talk about how that gap can be filled, I'll just give you a couple of
Okay.
instances. Like here in Abuja, do you know there's an agency called Abuja Enterprise Agency? It's an FCT, FCTA body. Okay, they are basically in charge of helping businesses prosper within the FCT. People don't even know they exist. They are in one corner in Jahide. You won't even know. And do you know the things they do? It amazed me. I was like, wow. You know, they have what they call a one-stop shop. A one-stop shop is a place where if you
And
you
everything
don't
is there.
go there with your idea.
Yes.
Go there, they will help you register your business. CAC is there, tax agencies are there, even trademark, even NAFDAC. And if you this is the advantage. If you go there, the official fees you will pay is discounted. It's even cheaper. So if you go to their offices, do it individually, it's more expensive. And they also have facilities that helps you, like an office space that you can rent very, very cheap. So all those things exist and people don't even know they exist. This happens across so many. Even like this program called this super program the federal
Yes,
government is
yes.
doing, Skills Up program, right? And many people don't even know this thing is going on, right? And we were challenging the ITF, one of the directors in the program we had recently with Africa House. I said, see, people don't know about this. Hey, we put a billboard on Kubwa Express. I said, no, that's not enough. Do we all live in Kubwa? No.
No,
Do we all live in
no.
Maitama? No. Yes, you are trying your best, but to answer that question, to fill that gap, this is where the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation comes into play. This is where NTA comes into play.
And that is what we're doing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you. You see, that's why NTA is the best. So my point is, National Orientation Agency, they are saddled with the responsibility of orienting Nigeria in terms of their rights and what is going on. They need to, they need to expand their operations beyond just a few places. If you move across Abuja, you see billboards all across Abuja
Everywhere.
owned by private media houses. There are hundreds of radio stations operating within the Federal Capital Territory. So what they can do is this: a simple and cheap way is you need to have like a minimum percentage, which I believe it used to exist. I don't know if it exists now or not. If you own a billboard in Abuja as a private company, 10% of the time that you're putting billboard, you must put something that belongs to government that would orient the people. Let's say, okay, I have a billboard company, I have 10 billboards. I will give the government two to use for like a week out of the year or a week out of the month to put information that affects people,
Yes,
information
so
about road safety, information about business, information about the current programs that is going on, so that everybody will know. Like that MSME award.
Yes.
Trust me, if the whole Nigeria knew, you will see all the applications you will receive.
I think, hope there's nothing like restraining information, because you wanted to mention it that if everyone is aware, the whole portal will be locked up.
At all. So this is where they need to up their game.
Okay.
If let's say 50 million SMEs are applying on the system, MSME are applying on the system, so you need to find a way to expand your system to allow those applications so you can screen. I know it will take a lot of resources. So I'm not disputing that.
All right. I know they are giving me side, but I quickly want you to answer this question: the role of technology and training, and for us to look away from the challenges involved if we want to really expand,
Wow.
because we are dealing with information that is key this morning.
That's a fantastic question.
Okay.
Why? Because we live in a digital age.
Yes.
Almost everyone owns a mobile phone now,
Yes.
right? Our information dissemination in terms of government needs to move beyond television, radio, billboards, and the conventional media that we know. We need to start engaging in social media. We need to start doing social media advertisement. There's something called social media, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, that you will actually pay like 5, 10,000, and you can reach 1,000 people in a day. So they need to invest a bit of money to say, you know what, let's have a budget of 1 million every month to say we will ensure that we will reach at least 70% of Nigerians. And the beauty of this thing is that you can reach people quickly. If the advert about the National MSME program is on Facebook and Instagram and all the social media handles, it will shock you. Nigerians are tech savvy. We think we're old school. We're not. We all have
Before
Facebook.
you know,
And
it's
we
there.
will start applying. So we
Alright.
need to tap into that digital space.
Okay, final word advice. We are going now.
Wow. My advice is that Nigerians, we need to read a lot. we need to study. We need to be consumers of information. I'm not saying don't watch entertainment videos. The amount of time you spend watching cheap video, whatever, wedding, whatever. No offense now. Spend that half of that educating
Yeah.
yourself.
To better your life.
Better your life, your business, your enterprise. If I'm a businessman, let me read, let's say 50% of my time on social media, on the internet, should be spent improving myself, knowing my rights. And the other 50% go and entertain yourself and social, whatever, which is good. And on the side of the government, please, let's move beyond just announcing a program on radio 2, 3 times and then you think the whole Nigerians will hear. No. Advertising through billboards, go to all these radio stations, TV stations, have them publicize all this useful information about our health, our business, our environment, and then everybody will know. We'll become an informed nation. Before you know it, we'll start growing to the level to which we're supposed to go. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much, engineer, for this wonderful information you brought our way. Even I have learned a lot from this morning. We do really appreciate your time. Yes, engineer has advised us. What more do you want me to add? Please use your time very well. The time you're using for other things, you can, use that to better your life. And we talked about the role of information dissemination this morning in terms of business and otherwise. And he has told us a lot. We've been talking with engineer Bayomi Onosunya, who is a global director, Africa House. Now let's go on this quick break. When we come back, we have a lot for you. Don't go anywhere.